Hey, it's Lisa Sasevich coming to you live from Ultimate Sales Bootcamp. You are getting the ultimate backstage pass because while there are hundreds of people here on the beach right now, just taking a dinner break, off for dinner, you're here at my awesome rockin' suite that I never get to use because I'm on the stage for 3 days. But I thought, you know what, I'm sneaking over here for the dinner break. I'm ordering room service. I'm meeting with some of my team to kind of check in with how the back operations are going. And I thought I'd take a minute and share with you a couple of the major themes that are surfacing for our heart-centered entrepreneurs. It's perfect we have a plane going overhead because this is all about altitude, getting altitude in our business. And here's what we're seeing, if you can hear me. We're seeing that so much about making your own offer and making your own offer high ticket really has to do with your own having level. Now I know that's not a word that you hear all the time, but it's really about, when you go to state your price, when you go to set the value for your program, how much can you have? What are the words that are going to come out of your mouth? What's that number that you've really come to believe that your work is worth? And how do you get there? It comes from really understanding the cost of your ideal client to not having your service. So we've been together really masterminding, increasing our having levels as we listen to all of the amazing things that many of the entrepreneurs in the room are causing. And you know what, when you put yourself in the space of other people that have really increased their having level, when they're bringing a lot, when they're charging a lot, when they're delivering a lot, when they're getting great results, it lifts you up. It makes you see that more is possible for you. So there's a couple of things that I want you to take away from this. And as you look at how can I increase, my pricing, my value, what I can really ask for, also said what I can have. One is that you have got to step up at some point and assume the throne. No one's going to knock on your door and say, okay, it's time to raise your rates. You're the queen of sales conversion. In fact, some of you know, in 2009, I had that realization and I crowned myself the queen of sales conversion. And you know what? My having level and growing into that and becoming more awesome and living into that title has just continued to grow over the last 7 years. So that's number one. You have to assume the throne. Number two, to increase your having level, you've got to keep yourself surrounded with a community of people that are doing the same. You cannot go back to the well-meaning people in your life that tell you nothing's possible because they love you. Of course, they're going to stay in your life, but you've got to make sure you're also padding your life with people that are also up to a bigger game. So that's happening here, and we're including you in that. And let's see, I would say that third, to increase your having level, you've really got to have clarity about what you're offering and who you're offering to. And when you do that, when you assume the throne, when you surround yourself with a community of people that are also up to big things, right, which is not always the norm, and when you have clarity about what you're offering and who you're offering it to, you will see that it starts to get in your cells, it starts to become the new normal. And that's really the invitation here, is to have a new normal about getting your work out in the world and getting paid handsomely for it. Now, we're here for you to share our business model. We have a screaming opportunity for you right now to be able to get your hands on what we call our leveraged progression plan. So if you think you're up for having more clients, having a lot more abundance from serving people on a deeper level, then I really encourage you to grab it. And hey, thanks for hanging out with me in this beautiful environment. I am going to have dinner and have a little private time in my suite before we go back for our evening session. And speaking of having, we're going to be talking about upsells. This is the big opportunity in most of your businesses. So I can't wait to show you the whole model. Grab it on the page below. Thanks for being here at our Backstage Pass. More to come.